Mateo and Levi were more than just friends. They were mirror images of each other, two lonely boys from disadvantaged families who found a kindred spirit in the schoolyard. Their friendship became a blood oath, never to share women, money, or fame. Together they survived the poverty of their student years, slept on the floor of their first office together, and celebrated their first million. Mateo, a brilliant but vulnerable dreamer, created worlds. Levi, a charismatic strategist with a dark past, sold those worlds. Their balance was shattered by Olivia. They met her at the same time at an art exhibition. She wasn't just an artist, she embodied the harmony they had both sought their entire lives. Her smile soothed Mateo's anxiety, her sharp wit challenged Levi's cynicism. The rivalry began as a graceful dance but quickly turned into an obsession for Levi. For him, Olivia became more than just a woman, she was proof that he was worthy of beauty, that he could outshine his purer friend. He gave her expensive gifts, organized lavish dates, and used all his charm. But Olivia's heart responded to Mateo's quiet sincerity. She chose him. She did so before Levi's eyes, who had prepared an expensive ring with a huge diamond. That night, something in Levi broke completely. Childhood trauma, the betrayal of his mother, who left him for a new husband, merged with the present. In his distorted perception, Mateo became not just a rival, but the very new child who was taking everything from him. Levi's revenge was cold, multilayered, and merciless. Levi sent Olivia photos of Mateo dining with beautiful women, along with the caption, "He's looking for a replacement for you." This struck Olivia where it hurt most. Levi, using his administrative access, attempted to ruin his friend's career, but his friend noticed the virus on his computer in time, removed it, and saved the project. He failed to provide evidence of Mateo's chronic incompetence, but it certainly got on his nerves. Levi saved the worst for last. He falsified a medical report indicating a rare genetic disorder that Mateo could transmit. He sent it to Olivia with the note, "Are you prepared to bear his sick children?" This final lie achieved its intended effect. Olivia, in tears, came to Levi for support. He, pretending to console her, suggested a temporary break from Mateo for her own peace of mind. But tragedy lay in wait on the other side. That night, Mateo received an anonymous message and a photo of his beloved having dinner with Levi. Mateo, in a state of shock, got into his car. He lost control of the car on the wet road. Doctors fought for his life for 3 days. Levi, jubilant, went to the hospital not to support his friend, but to reassure himself of his victory. But Olivia was waiting for him there, her face frozen with grief. She silently handed him her phone. On the screen was Mateo's suicide note. It contained the whole truth, the fake photos, the suspicions of a setup at work, the false diagnosis. Levi tried to deny everything, but Olivia merely looked at him blankly and went to her fiancé's room. Mateo survived, divided the business, and disappeared from his former friend's life. Levi was left alone. He kept the company, but it was on the verge of bankruptcy. 5 years later, Mateo ran into Levi by chance at the airport. Levi had aged, his shoulders hunched. They stood silently, looking at each other. "How are you?" Mateo forced himself to say. "I've been better," Levi replied hoarsely. He wanted to add something, to apologize or, conversely, to accuse, but the words stuck in his throat. Mateo simply nodded and walked toward Olivia, who was waving at him from the exit, holding their little daughter's hand. Levi watched them go, realizing he'd lost everything and gained nothing. His revenge was simple, but the price was eternal.